Hey, what's up, friend? This is David Newby, also known as a life development strategist, among other things, spiritual entrepreneur, and time revivalist, which is my most recent title. In addition to so many other things, I kind of live the way God wants me to live. Not perfectly, but, kind of like I'm just free to be who He wants me to be. I don't get so caught up in the worldly titles that may be, according to some, to my detriment in business. But as far as I'm concerned, so long as I'm being who God wants me to be, everything else will work out according to how He wants it to work out. So I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'm living unto God, and I'm just free, and I'm encouraging you to do that also. So if you're in business, or especially in business for yourself, or if you have a job, just be free, man. Just go out and do it. You may be a construction worker. You may be a mechanic. If God is calling you to write a book, go write a book. Let the world figure you out. You don't have to, explain yourself and get caught up in that I'm a mechanic box, or I'm a construction worker box, or I'm a cashier box. Be whoever God called you to be. Do what He called you to do, and go out and make something happen for the world. So what I wanted to do today is, I wasn't going to take this route initially, but I decided that I might as well tell you, because it's something that you need to know. I was going to preserve this for an up-and-coming book that I'm launching real soon, in the next year. I say real soon, but as compared to when it was scheduled to launch, it's sooner than expected. But I was going to preserve this information for the book and the book alone. But I'm going to tell you anyway right now, just for your sake, just so you can see how much time we do or do not have left. And if you don't know what I mean by that is before Jesus comes. The truth is, nobody knows the time, but there are signs and things like that God gives us to wake us up and get us ready for Him to come back. Because quite frankly, the church is not ready for Him to come back, and I'm terrified of that for myself, but also for you and for other people as well, because we're not ready. If He were to come back today, many people would be in hell. I would be in danger. I would be in danger, and I'm one that believes and one that serves God, quote unquote. I would be in danger. So let me just tell you how I know that I would be in danger. According to this dream I had probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. All right. So this is what happened in the dream. I was knocked out. I was asleep. Okay. And as I began to dream, I looked up in the sky and I saw a light. It was night, it was at nighttime, and I saw a light in the sky. It was like a circular light. It wasn't just like a big bright light that kind of like shone throughout the sky and the universe and everything. It was just a circular light. That part of the sky was lit up. Everything else was dark. You could see the stars and everything, but that part of the sky was lit up. Then all of a sudden, right next to that light appeared what I assumed was an angel, right? It was an angel. It looked like a man dressed kind of like in a long robe of some sort. It looked like maybe a white robe, but it was an angel. And that angel pulled out of his hand a trumpet, right? He pulled out of his hand a trumpet. And let me just go back to that light, because before that light came, it was kind of like dark, okay? There was a lighted area where the angel was kind of like lit up, and the other part of that circle or whatever was dark, okay? So it's kind of like a big light, but a part of that big light was lit up by the angel, and the other part was dark because it hadn't been lit up yet. So what basically happened was the angel had a trumpet, and he pointed the trumpet towards that dark part that wasn't kind of like lit up. And when he pointed the trumpet to the dark part, then appeared Jesus. He was like blowing the trumpet to bring Jesus up. And I'm on the ground like looking up in amazement, like, oh no. Like, because I know what it is. I know exactly what that is. I'm a believer. I knew what time it was. And I knew that wasn't the time it was supposed to happen. I was not ready. Just imagine right now, like you looking up in the sky and everything just, pausing and you seeing what transpiring, what you know what it is, but you know that, whoa, hold on, like, I'm not ready for this, and hold on, like, you can't stop it. So I was totally afraid because I knew there was judgment coming upon the earth. It was either the rapture or the second coming of Jesus. So as the angel blew the trumpet, the white light that Jesus was in got brighter and brighter and brighter, and I saw Jesus. I saw him. Like, the more the angel blew, the more defined Jesus' shape and face and everything appeared. Okay? I got scared and I waved him off. I said, no, Lord, please, please, please. I don't want to say wave him off. In a way, I did wave him off, but my first reaction was to pray, like, no. Like, please, God, please have mercy upon us. Please have mercy upon this earth, because we're not ready. Have mercy. Don't come yet. Please, please. So I did that, and the light that Jesus was in faded away, and he faded away. But the angel was kind of like, still there, but kind of like dimly there, like fading away, kind of. And then I stopped praying, and then the angel reappeared in, full definition, and then he blew the trumpet, and then Jesus appeared in the light. He came back again, and the light kind of like shined brighter and brighter and brighter, to the extent that I was like scared again. I was like, like, no. Please don't come yet. Please have mercy upon us. And I was kind of like cowering in fear because I knew that something was going to happen that I wasn't ready for. That I was unprotected, and people were around me kind of like running. I could feel it. I could see like cars driving away and everything, trying to get away. So the light shined again, and then I prayed. I said, please, please, please. And it seemed like I was like underneath of a cave, or inside of a cave, ducking or something like that. Which reminds me of a Bible verse, that those that are in Judea or something flee to the mountains, or something like that. But I was kind of like hiding and ducking, but praying at the same time, like, please, 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 pleading with Jesus not to come. And then when that happened, the light faded out again. He went away. And then he came back a third time. The light like lit up again. And it lit up again, and I started like praying. I said, please, please, please. And I waved my hand like, go, like, no. Like that, like, have mercy. Like, don't come, please don't come. So I did that. And then he faded away, right? And then the next thing you know, it seemed like I got catapulted into another part of that dream, whereby I was on a train and it was daytime. I was on a train and it was daytime. And on that train were a whole bunch of people trying to get away from whatever it is, or from whatever it was that was coming upon the earth. And I assumed that whatever they were trying to get away from was the same thing that I saw, the rapture or the second coming of Jesus. They were on the train, and I was on the train, and that train was steamrolling, full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. There were people outside of the train station. The train was going so fast, it wasn't even stopping at the train station. It wasn't letting people on. Whoever was on was headed to, I want to say, salvation, or to be saved, to get away from the disaster. And the people that weren't on the train were scouring, were rushing to get on, like trying to get on. And they were like shaking their heads in disbelief, like, why isn't the train stopping? Like, what's going on? The train is just riding right past us. It won't even stop. But the people that were on the train, and the feeling that I had on the train, was that part of me was kind of like, no, don't stop, because if we stop, we're going to get caught up in this mess. If we keep going, at least we'll be safe. They'll die or they'll get destroyed, but at least we're on the train. Part of me was like that, just speed up and get away. And part of me was like, let's stop and let some people on. And there was this one guy on the train, I'll never forget it. He was like trying to beat up everybody that tried to stop the train for the other people. Everybody that tried to stop the train and let people on the train or open the train door, he would attack them. He would jump on them and start beating them up so that the door couldn't open, and so that people couldn't get on the train. So, the door would close and the train would keep on going. And then the next thing you know, another person would try to stop for some more people, to stop the train and let people on. And the same guy would attack the other people. He would attack them when they tried to let people on the train. And then eventually, I tried myself to let people on the train. But this guy, again, he attacked me, and I was like tussling with him on the ground. We were like fighting, because he wouldn't let me let people on, and he wanted the train to keep going. So, that's what basically happened in the dream, was that it was the rapture or the second coming. I'm not quite sure which one. I would assume, I don't know. I really don't know which one it was. I want to say the rapture because I in some way, shape, or form was safe, because I was on the train. And that train could have signified, if you want an interpretation, that train could have signified the time of being ready, of being saved, of being right with God, of being serious with your walk, of getting right and breaking out of sin. I'm the biggest sinner ever. So it's only by God's grace that I was saved. As Paul said, he was the chiefest of sinners. I don't consider myself a righteous saint. Let's get that straight. Before I was the spiritual entrepreneur, I was, let's not discuss where I was. So if you see me today and you say, oh, he's spiritual, he's really close to God, this is some new stuff. I was not always here. I had to come up through a whole lot of stuff to get where I am right now, and I'm not even there where I want to be at yet. It's only by God's grace that I was saved on that train, presumably saved, But it's to say to you that, that if you're not ready, get serious, man. It's time to do it. It's time for you to grow up and get right with God, because he can come any day. Forget about the theologians and what everybody, all the prophets and everything say. You better get right with God, because you don't know the time. I was scared in the dream. And if you know me, you know that I'm someone that's spiritual and I'm pretty close to God. I was scared. It says in the Bible, if the righteous scarcely be saved, how much more the sinners? So take it serious. Have fun in life. Life is meant to be fun. It's not meant to be a dread. It's not meant to be a life of just fear and grief and everything. Have fun, but have fun as unto God. Live as unto God, but make sure that first and foremost your soul is saved and the soul of your loved ones are saved. Your household is saved. Then enjoy the less important things in life, like fun and stuff like that. God is a fun God. He wants you to have fun and enjoy life and everything, but put first things first, because you never know when he's coming back. I get all of these dreams. I get a lot of these dreams a lot of times. It's a gift that I have, that God has given me. It's nothing of me. It's just by his favor or his grace upon me that I'm able to dream dreams and have visions and interpret them, because his spirit gives me the ability to interpret them as well. Dreams and visions speak to people and through people. So he tells me about his kingdom and what's going on in the kingdom through these dreams and visions. That's just one way he does it. He does it through the Bible. He does it through words, direct words of revelation directly to me, and things like that. So take heed to the dreams that you may have as well, but definitely take heed to this dream that I told you about today. It is serious as all get up, my friend. Fearful. Be fearful of God. Be fearful of Jesus' return. You never know when it's going to happen. It can happen anytime. Will you be ready? I wasn't ready. I was scarcely ready. Barely escaped. I had to plead and beg like Moses did. Like he begged God not to destroy the people. I had to plead, and many others did too. Like Jesus, when he begged for the people that were crucifying him. He told God to forgive them, for they know not what they do. So I was kind of like pleading and begging with God for other people as well as for myself. I was not ready. Get right with God. It's time to do it. And then live. Make sure your soul is saved first and foremost. That's the most important. A lot of life coaches will try to get you a successful life, help you with personal development. Look, I'm trying to get your butt into heaven. How about that? How about you go find a life coach like that? Show me how many of those guys are out there. Not many. My number one goal is to get you to heaven. Then we can talk about quote-unquote personal development, because I have every desire to help you develop on earth too. But I want to get you to heaven first, and I'll tell you the right things. How many life coaches do that? Everybody's talking about success and money and laws of attraction. That stuff works, and it's important. Make sure your soul is saved first. What good is it for you to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Okay? www.davidgnewby.com. That's my website. Please check it out and read through some of my blog posts. They will definitely inspire you and help you grow closer to God, help you live your calling more effectively. Please share it with as many people as you can. And stay encouraged. Stay following me. If you're not a member of my LinkedIn group, The Empowerment Zone, please visit at bit.ly/join the THEEZ. Okay, bit.ly/join the EZ. We empower you in all aspects of life: spirituality, business, profession, career, which is profession, relationships, health and wellness, fun and entertainment, family, leadership, community service, everything. It's the Empowerment Zone on LinkedIn. Visit us and definitely check out my site when you have a chance. It's been a blast hanging out with you for these past 15 minutes, so hope you have a great day, my friend. This is David signing out. I will see you real soon with another empowering message. And please, look, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. The videos will get much more interesting. I'm just kind of laid back right now, but I promise you they'll get much more interesting, much more dynamic and, entertaining as I go on as time progresses. I'm just taking it easy right now, but I definitely will inspire you and empower you like not many channels out there. All right, peace and love, my friend. Keep it in God always, and go get everything He has for you. Have a great day.